Hi everybody, how are you? Emma Desi here. I am a book coach, but I'm also a novelist. And I'm in a very exciting phase. I don't know if you find this as well. I'm at the beginning stages of a new project, a new work in progress, a new novel, a new thriller, because that's the genre in which I write. And I'm really, really excited about it. I always get a big thrill at this stage of the game. But I thought what would be really useful is to share that process with you as I go through it step by step by step. My clients, my coaching clients are all first-time novelists, and I've noticed that one of the biggest obstacles for them, or one of the biggest, it's not an obstacle, but I'd say it's a challenge. It can be really, really challenging for them. And I think that if you're watching this and you don't have a coach beside you helping you along the way, you will go through a lot of this as well. And that biggest challenge is not trusting your process, not knowing that there is a process, not trusting that you will go through it with every book that you write, and not just having faith that you will get yourself through and you will get to the other side. So I thought it would be a really, really interesting experiment for me as well as for you to show you that process, or to show you a process, my process, which, as you can see, I'm very excited, and it always starts off with this huge, huge enthusiasm at the beginning of a project. And then, needless to say, I go through phases where it's just awful and I hate it and I wonder why I'm doing it. And then I have a good writing session, or I have a breakthrough with something, and then I hit this high and I'm loving the story again and it's wonderful. And then I'll hit another low where I think, I don't know where I'm going with this. I've started too many story strands and I don't know how to start pulling them together. Or I've not got enough going on, that there's not enough drama, there's not enough suspense, there's not enough twists in my thriller to keep people interested, and I've got it all wrong and I need to go back to the drawing board. And then I'll find my way through that. I'll find that extra twist, that red herring, and things will be on the up again until I get to the end of that first draft and begin the revision process. So I want to share that with you, and if you think that will be of value and of interest to you, do please hit subscribe and get the little notification, because I'm not going to be doing this every day. I'm going to be doing it as and when I write. Now, when I am first drafting, I do write most days. Monday to Friday in the mornings for me are those key days. But of course, life is life, as you know, and there are times where I don't manage to get that writing done, or not as much writing as I would like to. So do make sure you get that notification button so I can let you know when something new is up. The other thing that I'm going to be sharing with you, which is new for me, is I get a lot of postural migraines. I've got really bad posture, and after so many years of writing, so many years of sitting at a desk, I'm now feeling the consequences because I'm no longer in my prime. So I'm dictating. This is the first novel that I will be, actually the second novel that I will be dictating. First time I'm doing it on my own. I have worked with somebody else in the past who helped me dictate my story, but I'm going to be doing it myself. And this might be something that you are considering doing yourself. And it's going to be interesting for us to go through it together and see what level of detail I can find for the story through dictation rather than handwriting, which is the way I've always written my first drafts. So that's going to bring about a change in my process, and I will gladly share that with you so that you'll get to see what's working, what's not, how I'm adapting or not with new changes to my process. So really interesting, I think, to get a feel for how another writer works, how they bring that process together, how they get through the tough times and how they enjoy the good times and get to the end of that first draft. This was something I was always looking for. When I was writing my first novel, I wanted to know how other people did it, so I really hope that this is going to be useful to you. So the way I'm starting off is with this. This, I think, is just about the best book you can get when it comes to starting your story. So when you are finding the heart of your story, when you're finding your protagonist, when you are finding the moment to begin your story, I don't think it gets better than Lisa Cron's Story Genius. If you have the book Blueprint for a Book by Jennie Nash, very, very similar. Just a different way of describing things. that equally is a great way to start. So I'm going to be going through the first few parts of this book and taking each section one by one and going through and then sharing with you what I've experienced and how I have found it to work out. I love this book. I won't be going into it as much detail as obviously Lisa does in her book. So if you're interested in following along with me, please do go and grab yourself a copy from your library, or from the shop, whatever you prefer, whatever is accessible to you. And of course, you can always listen to it as well, which would be interesting too. So let's do this together. If you are starting a new project as well, this is the perfect time. Let's start this together. Let's go through it day by day, week by week, month by month together until we have a finished first draft, as imperfect as that first draft will be. So be vulnerable with me. Don't leave me hanging, and we'll do this together. And by the end of, let's say, 3 to 6 months, we're going to have the first draft of our first or next novel. All right, I shall see you soon.